Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid, 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Hello, happy Thursday po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much for joining us, ako tsaka si Paula. Now, what a week, no? As I say, no, happy Immigration Corner, happy Thursday po, dagdag Kalaman Day. But what a week nga. Unang-una, we don't have Kuya Sonny. No, Sir Sonny today. May sakit siya. If you remember nga, he's been not well actually, you know. So unang-una nga, about 2 weeks ago, no, may sakit nga siya. Tapos last week, he pulled himself out of bed and sabi nga niya, he wasn't 100%, but he wanted to join us. So, but because he joined us, nag-relapse, no. He contracted E. coli, so it's obviously quite a serious thing. But he's quite fit and healthy, our Sir Sonny. So I'm sure he will be fine. Yung nga lang ngayon, he can't join us. So we wish him well. Hopefully he's in bed, no. Hopefully now asleep and not worrying about us. So Sonny, you know, our love. Hopefully you feel better. So that's one of the bad news now. But as I say, you know, what a week. So Sonny's not with us because he's very unwell. And then of course we had the Queen's funeral, no, over the weekend nga. Ewan ko, nanood nga kayo. Sabihin niyo sa akin kung nanood kayo. And what did you think, no? So that was on Monday, no, bank holiday. Actually, this week Monday, bank holiday Monday nga, no. I mean, ako nanood nga ako. I don't know what you thought, but I thought it was covered very well. Tapos nga, and it was just so sad. But it was done so magnificently, I thought. No? Dahil nga the pomp and ceremony were just it was something to behold. Pero kung nanood nga kayo, tell me what you think, no? What you thought about it. Made you proud nga, but it was still nevertheless sad because she was obviously she celebrated only nga in June, no? Queen Elizabeth II nga. Her jubilee, 70th year, you know, of reigning, and she passed away at the age of 96, longest reigning monarch of the United Kingdom. You know, so it was sad, but at the same time, it was something else to behold. No, yung celebration of her life and what she's achieved, and the pomp and ceremony was. I thought was quite impressive. Kung nanood nga kayo, tell us, no, what you thought about it. So that was obviously quite a sad start to the week. And then now we have, of course, today the Bank of England said, oh no, they're going to raise the interest rates. So it's just patong. It's quite a depressing week so far. So to counter that, I have some good news. No, well, some at least I think it's good news because she's still quite young. You know whose birthday it is today? Si Paula, si director natin. So I like her too much to sing to her, and I like you all too much to sing to you. So hindi ko gagawin. Maybe actually one of our maybe si Mr. Duay. I know he has a great voice nga. So any one of you who wants to volunteer to sing, let me know. But it's Paula's birthday. Happy birthday, Paula. I mean, without her, we won't be seeing each other nga ngayon, no? So and birthday nga niya, but she's working as you can see, no? She's like the queen. Just 2 days before the queen passed away, she was still working. So she's she's a workaholic, no? She's just very dedicated to Paula. So happy birthday, Paula, and many happy returns. I know you're still very young, and I'm jealous, no? But enjoy today. Hopefully, meron kang celebration after nga, no? Our broadcast nga today. So happy birthday nga. So so it's to add to at least some good news. We have a great topic now today, a very popular topic actually. No? So make sure that you tune in. I already had some inquiries actually about it. This is marrying in the United Kingdom. Now it's a topic that we kind of pinag-usapan na natin from a good few months ago. But this is an update. At saka, also, we're going to focus more on yung practical things. Anong kailangan yung dalhin? And of course, because it's Immigration Corner, we're going to look at it from the immigration side. So kung meron kayong visa, pero nga visa ay estudyante kayo, sabihin natin, o kaya o hindi the fiancé visa, so something limited, o kung wala nga kayong visa, kung overstay kayo. So it's quite a big topic, no? And it's a very interesting topic. So hopefully you enjoy it. I mean, I always enjoy discussing topics now with you all. So I hope that you stay with me despite Sonny's absence and keep me company. Oh, keep us company. Of course, our birthday girl is with us, si Paula nga, no? So Paula, shall we greet our makabayans? Oliver Sala. Oh, a cold and gray morning from Everett, Washington. It is officially the start of fall season. And more importantly, it's Direct Pause special day. Happy birthday, Direct. Yeah, oh, thank you very much, Oliver, for tuning in nga. Well, malamig ba dyan? I mean, here actually today, it was a little bit cold, no? Ewan ko, hindi naman umulan, but yeah, it's fall. So the leaves are changing. A few more weeks, and then all the coats come out. Actually, today I haven't taken out my coat. Ikaw, Oliver, do you have your coat out? Actually, it can get very hot or very cold nga no, sa Washington. Miss Paner. Hello, Miss Paner. Hello po kaya Sonny. No Sonny today, Miss Paner, unfortunately. And Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po and stay safe always. God bless us po. Hi, Miss Paner. I hope you're well. Yeah, wala nga si Sonny. May sakit siya. Uli. He relapsed, no? He had E. coli 2 weeks ago, and then pulled himself out of bed to join us nga last week, and unfortunately probably did too soon. So ngayon, it's back. So hopefully I'm sure he'll be fine because he's fit and healthy, no? Oh, hello, Edgardo Enriquez. Hello po. Cold, tama ka. Cold, I love this man because his play on words is brilliant. Cold Thursday to Mr. Laragan, Attorney Lira, Direct Pow, and to the viewers. Northern Line is not that busy going more than looking forward to lots of learning again today. Oh, I see. So no, are you busy? You going to Northern now? No, that's very kind. Happy birthday to the talented. I definitely agree with you there, Edgardo. No, talented Direct Pow. Yeah, it's her birthday. No, as I say, I won't sing to her because I like her too much. But yeah, best wishes nga. So do I have an Gigi Elamparo? Hi Gigi, good evening, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. No Kuya Sonny today, unfortunately. Gigi may sakit siya. Also, Direct Pow, happy Thursday, all viewers. God bless. God bless, Gigi. Hope you're well and you're enjoying the Thursday evening, no? Oh, hi, Marian. Okay, so yung nga, no, tama ka. Happy birthday to our lovely Director Pau. Wish you all the best and always good health and more birthday to come in your life. Enjoy your special day and stay safe always. God bless. Oh, I love the emojis. No? Look, birthday cake. Oh, that's so nice, Miss Paner. Yeah, happy birthday to Paula. Hi, Analu Antepuesto. Amazing evening, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny. Unfortunately, no Kuya Sonny today. He's sick, no? Derek Pau and all viewers. Happy birthday, Derek Pau, and God bless everyone. Yeah, sorry, Analu. Yeah, Sonny can't join us today. Dahil may sakit siya eh. But we wish him all the best. And we're sending him all our positive energy and all our love, no? Hello, Mr. The Librojo clan. Love this man. So, happy Thursday, elegant and lovely Attorney Lira. We hope you feel better now, Sir Sonny. Hi, amazing Sir Edgar. Happy birthday, lovely cum laude, Direct Pola, and all. Happy viewers. God bless us, Team Librojo. How are you, Mr. Librojo? Are you well? Hopefully wala kang sakit. Si Sonny nga may sakit ngayon, so yeah. Analu, yeah, tama ka, no, Analu in puesto. Get well soon, Kuya Sonny. Yeah, no, definitely, no, it's, yung nga, I think binigla niya ang sarili niya last week, no, he was, he very kindly, you know, even though he wasn't feeling 100%, sabi nga niya, no, he wanted to join us, so I think he needed really to rest, so hopefully he gets that rest this week. It's much needed, I think, so. Galing po to kay Benjamin Eclarid. Hello, kamusta po? Kamusta ka, Benjamin? Saan ka nanonood ngayon? Are you in London ka ba? Sabi mo sa amin. And you, of course, you're watching from YouTube nga, no? Yeah, Analu. Yes, nanonood po kami, Attorney Lira. Nanonood kami. Spectacular. Tama ka. Yeah, we're talking about the Queen's funeral nga, no? Which started, I think, 11 o'clock. You know, I watched the whole thing, actually. I never really do that, but I started at 11 and I found alas 5 nang maggagabi na, I was still sitting there on the sofa watching it because I was mesmerized by the pomp and pageantry nga. And I suppose then, like a lot of people were saying, no, it's probably the most probably the only thing that we would see in our lifetime nga, na yung ganon, no? Because of course she was reigning for 70 years. I mean, I can't see that. It's going to be hard to beat. So yeah. So did you enjoy it, Analu? I mean, as much as you can enjoy something like that. Hi, Virginia. Virginia Ilona, greetings from Sweden. What's the weather in Sweden at the moment? No, Virginia, hopefully it's not raining. Although rain is good. No, we definitely need rain. It was very hot in the summer nga, and we definitely needed rain there. But are you well? Hopefully you're well. And Sweden is enjoying kind of good weather. Miss Paner. Hi, Miss Paner. Yeah, yun na nga. Get well soon po, Kuya Sonny. Stay safe. God bless po. Yeah, you too, Miss Paner, no? Stay safe. Actually, I got a text today from my GP to say I can get flu jabs. So if you get the text, no, that you can get your flu jabs. I mean, it could be that I got it dahil matanda na ako, no? But if you get that, do it. So I'm going to actually call my GP tomorrow to say, please, I would like the flu jab. Because of course now, we're going to be in winter time uli, no? It's better to get protected nga. And also, the COVID booster, no? If you get offered that, ang payo ko, you should get it done. Especially if you're traveling, no? It's good to have that, especially if you're traveling to the Philippines, because of course you'll be on a plane for a long while. Oh, Evelyn Gould, magandang gabi po sa lahat. Magandang gabi, Evelyn. Where are you? I mean, you're watching obviously from YouTube nga, no? So where are you watching from? Hopefully you're well wherever you are. So, Marianne. Hi, Marianne. Opo, I'm watching TV all day. Yeah, we were talking about the Queen's funeral nga, no? As I say, I'm not usually someone who would watch like no from sa umaga tapos hanggang gabi, but I was mesmerized, no? But because it was so it was amazing to behold the pomp and pageantry, you know, the horses there, so the whole thing. So yeah, you know, it's very sad that she's passed now. She lived to be 96. So But yeah, so it was quite astonishing. Yeah. Hi, Gigi. Happy birthday, Director Pau. More birthdays to come. God bless. Yeah, it is Paula's birthday today. No, so yeah, many happy returns, and of course, no, she's very young, and I'm sure she's still enjoying her birthday. When you get to a certain age, you don't kind of maybe you enjoy it a little bit less. Oh, no, it's some people don't even celebrate it. No, I try to ignore my birthdays. Okay, galing to kay Jean Refama Elliott. Good evening, Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday po. Get well soon, kay Kuya Sonny, and happy birthday, Direct Pao. Jean, ang ganda ng picture mo. I think that's you, no? Wow. It's beautiful, no? Prinsesa, huh? Wonderful. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Just would like to share my first audience with the late Her Majesty. Yeah, I will not forget the day she paid. Oh wow, she paid us a visit in Stevenage, Hertfordshire, for a ribbon cutting ceremony. Everyone in town turned up. I parked my car haphazardly just to catch a glimpse of her, and got it got billed £80 for legal parking, but it was worth it. Oh, Oliver, tama ka. It was definitely worth it, tama ka. Because she was, well, she was reigning for the record number of 70 years. I don't think anyone's going to beat that ever in our lifetime nga. But definitely well worth it. Nakita mo siya. So it's you caught a glimpse of her, I assume, and you gave her a wave, huh, Oliver? So hopefully you did. Mario, Andre, and Nache. No? Good evening po, Attorney Lira. Watching from Cyprus with love. Hopefully we'll be there next month. Oh, yeah, I hope so too, Mario. So next month, October, ha? The weather may still be okay. Yeah, no, it's yeah. Hopefully you come to London and say hello, huh? So it's hopefully it's all okay in Cyprus, and the weather's fine. Gabi na din na nga ngayon, no? So hopefully you're enjoying your evening. Annalyn, galing to Annalyn M. Tagle. Good evening and happy birthday. Oh, Kuya Sonny. Happy birthday, Direct Pao. Si Kuya Sonny, unfortunately, may sakit siya ngayon. So I will try and fill his very big shoes, no? And hopefully you continue to join us, because I always say this nga. I so look forward to Thursdays, no? I really enjoy this. So hopefully you enjoy it as much, no? So we have a big topic nga ngayon, and it would be the marrying in the United Kingdom, the immigration bit. So before we launch into that, no? If you have any questions nga, kung may mga questions, padala nyo sa akin, pa-email nyo, no? And then we'll deal with it. We have some actually quite interesting questions also today. In fact, goes beyond nga some immigration aspects, but a little bit more beyond that. So tune in also nga for that. So in the meantime, no, huwag kang aalis. I think we're just going to go for a quick break, no, kami ni Paula, but we will be back. So please come back and join us.
Mula doon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio, UK. Pinoy Radio, UK. Sumasahing papawid, 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Welcome back po. And happy Thursday, or happy Thursday, as Mr. Enriquez would say, no? Dagdag Kalaman Day today, Immigration Corner po natin. Unfortunately, wala si Kuya Sonny ngayon. Si Sir Sonny, may sakit, no? He 2 weeks ago, he contracted, E. coli, which obviously is quite serious. Tapos, he nevertheless bravely joined us last week. But I think he then overstretched, no? So ngayon may sakit siya. So all our love and best wishes nga kay Sonny. So it's unfortunate, but I will try my best to fill his very large shoes, no? And hopefully you will enjoy today as much as I am enjoying myself. And also happy birthday to Paula, no? Our lovely and brilliant director nga, no? She's without her, of course, we will not be here. No, I will not be here nga. So it's happy birthday, many happy returns, and I hope that you enjoy your day. Now, so yung pag-uusapan po natin ngayon, malaking topic natin. What I'm not able to deal with just because of nga the need nga for details nga, no? What I'm not able to deal with, feel free nga to email me, no? In the meantime, kung meron kayong mga tanong, ay handa nyo na, email it, no? And I'm happy to deal with it. So, pag-uusapan po natin ngayon ito, marrying in the United Kingdom. With the, of course, with the immigration aspect, no? So, now, a lot of people think nga na kung wala kayong visa o kaya visa nyo estudyante nga kayo dito or even sabihin natin na work visa nga na hindi kayo pwedeng ikasal nga dito. Mali po yun. You can get married in the United Kingdom, no? But of course, kung anong kailangan yung pakita, depends really kung anong status nyo nga. So, kung British kayo o indefinite kayo o kaya meron kayong settled status o even pre-settled status dahil nga EU nga kayo dito, pwede kayo magpakasal, no issues, no? Now, kung yun ang status nyo nga dito, o Irish of course, no? Kung yung status nyo nga dito, then you only need to give notice to the registrar, no? Tapos usually you only need 28 days notice nga lang kailangan yung bigay. And then once the notice is done, you can then ask for a date for the ceremony to enter into a civil marriage or indeed civil partnership, no? Now, ganun din ang process, similar process really for those wanting to marry a church, Church of England, for example. Iba nga lang, konting iba nga lang yung kailangan, you need to meet with the superintendent rather than say, the designated registrar. But otherwise, ganun ang process. So kung nga may status kayo dito, ganun status nyo, permanente nga kayo dito, either British, permanent resident, indefinite leave to remain, settlement status, lahat yun, walang problema. 28 days notice, you get a ceremony. Now, but kung wala nga kayong visa, o kaya ang visa nyo limited visa nga kayo, estudyante, let's say, no? What do you then need to do? Now, I'll take you through nga the process. Because let's look at the practical things that you need to undertake. So, unang-una po, you need to give what's called notice to marry, no? Your intention to marry. Now, ano yun? Intention to marry, it's a legal document, no? And kailangan yung bigay yun in person, no? So you need to make an appointment nga, and it must be given in person before a marriage or civil partnership nga can take place. Yun ang una, no? So you need to book an appointment to actually give the notice to intention of your intention to marry. Now, minimum, no, notice of intention to marry na kailangan bigay nga sa inyo is from the date you give notice to the date that you marry is 28 days. Yun po ang minimum, okay? But most of the time, that can be extended, especially kung merong ang immigration background. So by that I mean kung may visa nga, yung nga lang estudyante dito o kaya work visa kayo o kung overstayer, no? A lot of people, actually, this still surprises me. A lot of people say to me, oh no, matagal na nga kami, no, nagsasama. Akala namin, hindi kami pwedeng ikasal dahil wala akong visa, no? Mali po yun. Pwede pa rin kayong ikasal nga dito. Yung nga lang, the 28 days notice will likely be extended, no, to 70 days. But I'll come back to that. So let's look at the process, no, one thing nga at a time. So una nga, kailangan magbigay ng notice. So notice of intention to marry, you need to allow at least 28 days notice between the notice period and the time na kakasal nga kayo, the ceremony, no? Yung notice pong yun na bibigay nyo, that's valid for 1 year, so 12 months. So if you don't, actually this is something that I came across, you know, during the COVID times, mga kliyente ko, they gave notice and then they could not marry. Because COVID banned for a while nga, no, being able to marry in the United Kingdom, actually probably also other countries. So, but it's valid anyway for 12 months. If you don't get married within that time, then you need to make another application or you need to give another notice. Pag nagbigay kayo ng notice, so nandun na kayo sa registrar, no, armed with documents, make sure you also have your credit card because you have to pay, no? So, kung indefinite kayo o British passport holder kayo, permanent resident nga kayo dito, then it's 35 pounds sa inyo. And dalawa nga kayo, of course, no? Kakasal nga kayo. If you don't, so it's 35 pounds times 2. If you have both, you both nga British, for example, no? Pero kung sabihin natin, pareho kayong wala limited visa o yung isa, walang visa nga, it goes up a little bit to 47 pounds, no? So 35 pounds if you have settled status, 47 pounds nga if you are subject to any to immigration control. You can pay that by credit card, no? Now, pagka nagbigay kayong notice, no, kailangan yung lagay doon saan yung gustong ikasal. And it's very hard to change that later on. So, bago kayo magbigay notice, mag-usap kayong maigi, no? So that you both, of course, know, no, the same thing. So, doon kayo kakasal. Of course, if you're living together, then it's probably not an issue dahil nga you would get married, of course, where you are in the borough where you are living. So that's the next thing. So when you're giving notice, the registrar that you have to go to is where you were living a minimum nga of 9 days before giving notice. So kung ikakasal nga, kung nakatira kayo sa, sabihin natin, sa Kensington, no? Sa High Street Ken, nandun kayo nakatira. So you have to give notice nga to the registrar at the Kensington and Chelsea, no? So you have to book an appointment nga muna, and then you have to give your notice nga in person. They want to see you, okay? Now, anong kailangan yung dalhin? So sabihin natin, nag-book na kayo ng appointment, no? And then you're going to go, you have your credit card because you have to pay either 47 pounds or 35 pounds each, okay? Now, anong kailangan yung dalhin? At the appointment notice, you need to bring some evidence nga of your identity, no? Usually nga passport. So ibibigay ko sa inyo yung lista because I've actually printed. This is the up-to-date list na from one of the registrars, actually Kingston registrar, and it was updated only on the 22nd of August. So evidence of name, date of birth, and nationality yung gusto na makita. So, one of these things. So, valid passport. They actually mean valid passport. So, kung paso na yung passport nyo, you need to apply for a new passport. Sometimes that can be difficult. Dahil alam ko, some embassies actually can be quite slow with granting passports. So, bear that in mind, okay? Now, so valid passport, o kaya kung British citizen, UK birth certificate, now certificate of registration as a British citizen, naturalization, nga again, if British citizen, valid biometric immigration document. So kung nandito kayo, estudyante nga kayo dito, meron kayong BRP, meron kayong card, yung maliit na ang itsura nga, parang credit card, no? Saying anong status nyo dito, that is the biometric immigration document. So that would also do. So all those things, or indeed even a travel document, home office travel document, kailangan nilang makita nga, ebidensya, anong pangalan nyo, anong date of birth nyo, at saka anong nationality nyo, no? So you just need one of those things. Now, a common problem my clients encounters kung lang nga silang passport, as I was saying, that can be quite difficult, and it depends very much nga on the registrar. Some registrars, they're a bit more, they're a bit not relaxed, but they're a bit more, they're more helpful, no? Dahil nga, sometimes mga kliyente ko, they can't actually get a passport, and at times they accept things nga like, some kind of other ID, kopya ng passport dati, as long as it's certified to be true copy of the original along with birth certificate. So ako, ang ginagawa ko sa mga kliyente ko, sometimes I need to prepare an affidavit nga, parang statement to say, okay, wala nga kaming passport, itong dahilan, no? Or we've applied for a new passport and it won't come for another 80 days, for example, we would like to give notice na nga ngayon. So it could be that they would accept that. But not all registrars do that because ang lista nga is what they need to see that you are who you say you are. So, importante po yun, no? So, meron kayong passport pero mapapaso na, then register now, okay? Don't wait until it expires. Dahil otherwise, it could be na kailangan nyo maghintay bago kayo i-register for marriage. So, one of those things, no? Passport's the best thing, no? Now, proof of residence, no? They have a kind of list of things na gusto na that would be acceptable to them. Dahil kailangan nang makita, doon nga kayo nakatira doon sa borough, 9 days at least, prior to the registration, prior to the notice being given, no? So, the list are utility bills, no? So, no older than 3 months, okay? So, kung wala pa kayo nakukuha, so utility bills, kuryente, tubig, gas, anything nga like that. Utility bills do not include phone bills, so they won't accept mobile phone bills. So, yun ang una. Utility bills no older than 3 months. Bank statements, no? Not older than 1 month. Okay? So, kung online statement, dahil most of us now bank online, then it has to be stamped by the relevant bank to show that it's an authentic document, yung sabi nga nila. So, you can print it or you can go to your bank and you can say, pwede ba i-print out nyo yung last month bank statement ko? Pwede ba tatak? Huwag nyo kalimutan, kailangan ng stamp, no? May tatak to say, no, it's coming from Barclays or NatWest or anything like that, no? That otherwise they won't accept it, yeah? So, proof of residence nga, utility bill, bank statement, for example, council tax. Council tax bill is quite good, but not everyone has that, but not older than 1 year, okay? Mortgage statement, kung meron kayong mortgage, no? And of course, they would also accept a valid driver's license or current residential tenancy agreement. So, kung kalilipat nyo nga lang, wala pa kayong mga bills, hindi nyo pa nababago yung address nyo nga sa bangko, no? Then, yung tenancy agreement may do. Okay? Siguraduhin nyo nga lang nandun pangalan nyo, okay? Because sometimes nga nakikita nga lang kayo, then of course that's no good, no? And sometimes also a letter from, kung nakikita nga kayo, sabihin natin kasama nyo, sa employer nyo o kaya sa kapatid, no, magulang, mga ganoon, then sulat galing sa kanila. Now, payo ko, and this is not actually on the website, kung manggagaling nga sa kaibigan, employer, ganoon, no? Sulat nga nila. Make sure, kung pwede, bigay nyo din yung kopya ng passport nila, no? Because this is also something that some of my clients have been caught out, no? Not having, dahil wala nga sa website, no? So, gusto nang malaman nga, gusto nang ebidensya na yung sulat nga galing dun sa tao. Okay? And the best way of doing that would be simply to refer to provide nga and to refer to yung passport nila, copy ng passport or driver's license, just to show that they are who they say they are, no? So you have now, so you book nga a time to go to give notice, yeah. Now and that you can do online, by the way, and most people do. Now anong dadalhin nyo? As I say, passport nyo, valid passport, at saka ebidensya nga saan kayo nakatira kayo dun sa borough. And don't forget to bring your credit card, no? Because you're having to pay either 35 pounds or 47 pounds. So, you then go to the registrar, okay? Now, kung wala kayong visa, o kaya ang visa nyo limited visa kayo, estudyante kayo sabihin natin, o on a work visa nga kayo dito, so under the skilled worker route, for example. Now, they will say to you, unang sasabihin nila siguro is, well, kailangan namin sabihin, kailangan mag-report nga sa home office na meron kayong balak magpakasal nga dito. Okay, so they would normally say, we work alongside the home office. Now, we have to report nga marriages dahil nga wala kayong visa o may visa kayo but limited. No? So, it's really, it was introduced some years back na nga to try and counter sham marriages. No? So, the registrar will need to interview you, but konti lang man, no? Yung interview nga. So, then they will say to the home office, okay, this couple want to marry, yung isa nga walang visa o may limited leave to remain, and in the report they would normally say if there are any concerns, no? Pero yun, ipapadala na nga nila yun sa home office. So, of course, kung meron kayong visa, then it shouldn't even be a problem. Anyway, kung indefinite kayo, British kayo, then they won't even refer to the home office. Now, kung sasabihin nila sa home office, kung kailangan nilang i-report nga yun sa home office, beware, no? Na yung 28 days na usual notice period na kailangan yung pakita, that could be extended to 70 days. Malalaman nyo yun dahil susulat ang home office sa inyo. Usually, that's done by email. Okay? So, pagka nagbigay kayo notice, usually, within a couple of weeks after that, if they want to extend the notice to 70 days, you should get then an email from the marriage unit of the home office. So sabihin nila, we note that you have given notice to marry. We are giving you notice that we would wish to extend the period from 28 days to 70 days to allow further investigation. Now, huwag kayo matakot, no? It just means gusto nga nilang makita, no? They want to just see what else, whether it's there are any concerns. And most of the time, hindi nga yung problema, no? So, they're going to look, anong titingnan nila, no? Una nilang titingnan, meron ba kayong background? Okay? So, is it something that have you married before, no? And divorced? Or have you made an application before sa ibang, on the partner route, pero ibang tao? Okay? So, kung meron kayong immigration background, it's probably likely that they will extend the time limit nga to 70 days. Now, importante po yun when you're booking the ceremony. No? Now, so if they write to you, so they will do a number of things. So it could be that the registrar says, the home office says to you, we're going to extend it 70 days, or it's fine, 28 days is okay. No, get married whenever. Or they don't do anything. No, I've also had that where clients have just not received anything. Kung ganun nga, then if you don't receive anything within after 28 days, tawagin yung registrar. Sabihin nyo, no, there'd be no contact from the home office. Can we get a date, a ceremony? No, because otherwise they won't contact you. Put it that way. So you need to make contact now with them. So those potentials nga can happen. Now, the worst case scenario, of course, is pwede lang sabihin, okay, we're extending it 70 days. Tapos, within that time, it could be that they ask you to come in for an interview sa home office mismo, hindi nga lang sa registrar. No? Now, that means that they want to investigate in more detail your intention to marry. So they're obviously concerned about something. Okay. So that interview would normally take place at the home office. They'll tell you, and you can have a solicitor there with you. No. So I've also heard people say, no, sabi nila bawal daw, hindi pwede kami samahan ng solicitor. That's not true. No. You can have legal representative there. Okay. Especially nga kung if you've had an immigration background and you are nervous about it, no? Yung nga lang there, the idea of someone being there is to take notes nga, not to interfere with the interview nga, but to take notes. And obviously, sometimes you may need to interfere if it's the case that you that the interviewer is being aggressive, say, okay, or asking questions that are not, that are untoward, no? So all those things. Now, so that would be the worst case scenario. Hopefully, hindi nga mangyayari. Now, so let's see. You've now given notice, no? So you booked that online. You've attended, nasa yung passport nyo, and you've also given proof of your residence in that borough, at least 9 days where you've been living for 9 days prior to giving notice. And the registrar has said, okay, kailangan namin i-report nga to sa home office, no? And then the home office may contact nga, would then be informed. Now, actually going back a little bit, yung interview nyo with the registrar, huwag kayong matakot, no? The ones that have come across now, they help interviewing my clients, I've been told, have been very nice, no? Very accommodating, very pleasant, no? Tsaka, you're probably looking at 5, maximum 10 minutes lang, no? And then hindi sila home office, ha? They are registrars. So they will ask you certain questions, and it will be things like, okay, anong address nyo nga dito? Anong pangalan ng magulang niya, nung fiancé nyo, kung hindi kayo nagsasama, saan siya nakatira. So things that basic things really like that. And you're looking siguro mga 10 minutes tops. Hindi nga sila home office, as I say, but they have to ask certain questions dahil magre-report nga sila sa home office. So once you've done that, and then it's been also reported to the home office, what then happens, right? So what next happens is that it depends on if you get notice from the home office na kailangan nilang gusto nilang i-extend from 28 to 70 days. If there's no issue, then within 28 days, you will then be provided, or you need to ask them for a ceremony date, no? So actually for the date for the wedding, no? Now, you can also ask for the date of the wedding in advance of the kahit hindi pa kayo nakokontak nga ng home office. But just to be on the safe side, ang payo ko, ask for the ceremony date 70 days later, no? Just in case they want to extend it. Now, especially if you're looking to get married nga, no, in the summer, which is very popular, or over the Christmas period, during the holidays, if you're looking to marry then, at saka marami kayong gustong imbitahin nga dito, o manggagaling pa sila sa Pilipinas, no? So that they have a date, at least, no, you can save the date, as it were, no? Now, so you have then, as I've said, you've given notice, then you have the ceremony. And of course, now you're preparing for your wedding, which hopefully will be a good experience now for you. Now, the things that things to watch out for, okay? Now, unang-una, and in fairness, this has happened in the past, no? Na people are looking to marry, tapos, sabi nga nila, someone from the home office turns up at the wedding. No? That really rarely happens now. No? And it's not happened to any of my clients for the last probably over 5 years, maybe certainly longer than that. No? The reason being, meron na nga tong reporting from the registrar. So what should happen is, kung meron nagdududa nga sila, gusto nilang kausapin nga kayo, ganoon, that really should happen well before the ceremony, no? So I can't at the moment, as I say, I can't even think of one person na may pinunta, dumating nga yung home office dun sa mismong wedding. I can't really see that happens now. It should not anyway. Okay. Also, kung wala na kayong visa, so overstayer na nga kayo dito, kailangan nyo din mag-ingat. So it's a question of timing. I was actually saying this to someone earlier on, no? So, kung magpapasok kayo kung dito kayo kakasal, tapos ang balak nga dito kayo din magpapasok ng application, iintayin nyo yun, then payo ko, think seriously about making an application nga bago kayo pupunta sa registrar, bago kayo magkikita ng registrar. The reason is this, wala nga aking application, tapos sasabihin ng registrar, may balak tong tao na magpakasal. Then, of course, it could be that the home office thinks, I see, okay, anong address nga nila. So, it puts you potentially in danger nga, no? Dahil alam nila, nandito kayo, saan kayo nakatira. So, you should seriously think about making an application beforehand. Also, at least alam nila, malalaman ng home office nga, ano bang sitwasyon nyo, no? Background, no? So, kung matagal na kayo nagsasama nga ngayon dito, o kahit kung may anak nga kayo, no? So, it could be that pagka nabasa nila yung papeles nyo, that makikita nila, there are no concerns about genuineness of marriage. So, it could then be, nasusulat sila sa inyo, to say, okay, 28 days is fine, no? Hindi nga 70 days. Now, kahit kasal nga kayo dito, kung sabihin natin hindi nga sila nagdududa, sumulat sila, no, 28 days is fine, it doesn't mean na yung application nyo ibibigay nga dito, no, that it would be granted. Because that depends really kung anong status nyo, ano ba ang background. So kung overstayer na nga kayo dito, wala na kayong visa nga dito, no, then it could be that you need to show what's called exceptional circumstances. Iba po yun sa genuineness of relationship, no. So, ingat nga kayo and don't think na, okay, meron kami permission kasal nga dito. That means that hindi nga magiging problema yung visa application. It does not mean that, okay? So, getting married is very much like a first step. Yung nga lang, ingat nga kayo just in case. Kung wala nga kayong visa, doubly ingat, no? And as I've said earlier, kung meron kayong background, it doesn't have to be no overstayer nga, pero kung sabihin natin, estudyante nga kayo dito, may visa kayo, it's probably a good idea to extend nga, no, yung date for the ceremony 70 days rather than 28 days, just in case, no. And as I say, a lot of people have said to me, sabi, hindi namin pwedeng dali nga solicitor doon sa legal representative sa interview if they want to interview you. Hindi po yung tama. You can actually bring representatives, no? So it's a question, as I say, of timing. Now, another tip, no? Again, this is not on the website nga. Pag magbibigay kayo ng contact details, it usually sasabihin nila ko email, and I've come across this too many times in the past nga. The email nga galing sa home office to say 28 days, 70 days, or they want to see you, has gone into your junk mail. Okay, so for the intervening period, no, pagka nagbigay kayo notice until such time na ikakasal na nga kayo, make sure you check nga your junk mail, okay? Because they've come across too many situations where problems came about when really it shouldn't have been, had they just received, yung kliyente ko, had they just received the email, no? And once the home office have sent it, they make the assumption na nakuha nyo. And they very rarely send a follow-up email, So isang beses lang. So just be very careful, no? So, but the most important thing, kung wala nga kayong visa, I would say is timing, okay? And then, so you may want to get your application ready para sa home office, no? Get it all ready. Pagka alam nyo na kailan kayo magkikita ng registrar to give notice, submit the application then. Okay, you don't want too long because you want them really to decide the application pagkatapos na kayong pagkakinasal na kayo. Now, one thing also I would say is of course, you need to succeed with any kind of application, kailangan yung ebidensya nga, no? But it does make a difference, especially kung hindi nga kayo nagsasama pa, o hindi pa kayo nagsasama ng 2 years, it makes a difference if you're married or unmarried, no? To whether or not an application is successful. So, ingat nga kayo. Make sure that you get full legal advice, especially kung wala nga kayong status, no? Any kind of immigration issue, pagkakasal nga kayo, requires a bit more attention. Dahil ayaw nyo nga mangyari is, of course, that you come to the attention of the Home Office, and then, of course, they know kung nasa nga kayo, but you don't then have an application, or you don't have an application ready to submit, no? Because they can be quite quick sometimes nga the Home Office, less quick at the moment, because they have quite a bit of backlog nga. But it's important that you are ready to submit. And what you may need to submit, depending, of course, on kung anong kaso nyo nga, it may require statements nyo, statement ng partner nyo, statement ng magulang nyo, no? Bank statements, for example, evidence of cohabitation, all of those, and legal representations, of course, yeah? And of course, the application form, no? Not to mention, pagbayad sa Home Office. Pagbayad sa Home Office, kung magpapasok yung application, wala kayong visa, and say you're submitting an application on the basis of relationship, pagbayad sa Home Office is over 1,000 pounds, 1,052 pounds 20p, plus IHS surcharge, usually, no? Yung contribution nyo sa NHS. And that's about 1,560, no? A little bit more, actually. So, the fees to the Home Office alone, those two things, no, is over a little over 2,600 pounds. So, siguraduhin nyo din na nasa inyo ngayon, no? Because that's quite a lot of money to obviously, to ensure that you have. So, kung kailangan nyo mag-ipon, make sure that you have that and that it's ready when you make the application. Because, of course, kailangan nyo bayaran yung buo, you know, when you submit the application. No? So, just to summarize nga ito, so if you're going to get married in the United Kingdom and meron nga immigration, unang-una po, siguraduhin nyo yung mga papeles nyo ready, no? Valid passport, evidence nga of your residence in that borough in the last 9 days, no? Kailangan nyo dalhin yun. You need your credit card to pay for the fee, which is 35 pounds or 47 pounds, depending on may visa nga kayo, no? And when you're interviewed nga by the registrar, huwag kayong nervyusin. It seems, at least the ones I've come across for my clients nga, walang problema. They're very pleasant people. They're very professional, no? And you will probably be interviewed 5-10 minutes. And then, tip, as I say, pagka kukontak niya kayo ng Home Office, is usually done by email. Make sure you check your junk mail in case it's gone there. Okay? Yeah. And truly, kung wala nga kayong visa dito, overstay na nga kayo, be extra careful and make sure you take legal advice because timing is all important. No? You don't want that you then have issues nga, no, dahil wala nga kayong status dito. So, you need to seriously think about, okay, should I make an application now? And then, pagka naipasok nyo yung application, later on, pagkakasal na nga kayo, then you can then make further representation. So ako, ang ginagawa ko usually, I submit my client's application on the basis of their relationship. Sasabihin ko nga doon, you have intention to marry. And then pagkakasal na yung kliyente ko, I then make further representations to say, okay, ito yung marriage contract o marriage certificate ng kliyente ko, and I'm making these further representations because now they are married. Okay? So, timing is important, and of course, as before, no, yung mga ebidensya nyo, get it ready. Okay? Don't just don't leave it to the last minute because sometimes it takes you may need a bit of time nga to prepare yung statements nga, and of course the legal representations. Preparation, kung wala nga kayong status dito, is key. But hopefully that would not be an issue nga, and that you're simply able to marry in the United Kingdom. Now, lahat po ito, this is on the assumption nga na you are able to marry in the UK, okay? So, kung kasal kayo sa atin, no, you need to get divorced first. By the way, next week, yung pag-uusapan natin, no, divorce and immigration, okay? So, but this is assuming that you can marry in the United Kingdom. So, either nga you're divorced or you're single nga dito, okay? But follow that route, and it should hopefully be fine. But if it's not, but if you have any questions, nga, or you're about to get married but you're nervous, no, then give me email me. I'll make sure that we flash our email nga later on, no, if you have any questions. So so yes, so it's quite a big topic, as I say. It's I hope it's helpful to you, no, at saka that I've covered everything that you may find of concern nga. But if I haven't, or meron kang question, meron kang tanong, you want me to repeat something nga, email me, and I'll give you my email nga later on. So I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it. So, and I think we have also some questions, no, Paula, on top of the rather big topic natin. Okay, so we're launching to the topic. Now, galing po ito kay Alan. Alan X. Good evening, Attorney Lira. Is it possible to apply for tourist visa for my daughter, who's now 7 years old, to come and join us here in the UK while we are waiting for a settlement visa decision? We applied for family visa, and it was submitted to the Home Office last May 2022 in the Philippines. Oh gosh, May now, no? Since I need to wait for 6 months, I was thinking about applying for tourist visa so I can be with her while we're waiting for the decision. I'm missing her a lot. Oh, from her growing years, I just want to be with her. Thanks, and mabuhay. Allen, oh, I feel for you. Okay, now, some good news. You can, but so tanong mo sa akin, can she apply nga for a tourist visa whilst awaiting the settlement visa application? You can, strictly speaking, but no, it's a question really of passport, no. So kung pinasok niyo ang application niya in May 2022, it's very likely that you also surrendered her passport. Now, there's a service. Actually, I'm not sure whether this is provided in the Philippines, but in the US, for example, in Houston, just because I'm dealing with a matter there at the moment, there's a service that allows you to get the passport back. So they will just call you pagkakailangan na nga nila. But if you did not make use of that service, then what would have happened is you would have surrendered her passport. You know? If you surrendered her passport, ang payo ko, don't apply. Then you need then, of course, to be able to travel to the UK, you need to pull out her passport. And that will likely delay the settlement application. You know? So, pero kung nasa kanyang passport niya, yes, you can make an application for visit visa. Yung nga lang ang payo ko, second issue, if you're going to do that, siguraduhin nyo, lalagay nyo nga dun sa application for the tourist visa, no, yung that she has an existing application for settlement, lagay nyo yung reference number, okay, and that you're simply making an application for her to enter the United Kingdom pending that application, no. So you can, as long as you have her passport nga. But if you don't have her passport, because you were required to surrender it, ang payo ko, don't, because it could be that just prolongs, no, the main application, because yun yung gusto niyang gawin, no? You want her to come into the United Kingdom to join you full time as of course your daughter, no. So you can, but actually let me know, nasa iba yung passport, no. If you don't have time now to email me, then email me later on, because I wouldn't mind knowing. But so you can, if you have her passport, but you should think about whether you want to then, you know, because what you don't want is to delay that main application. Okay, so ito pong pangalawang question natin. So galing po to kay Melanie D. Magandang araw po sa lahat. I-ask ko lang po, paano ang procedure na mag-apply ng tourist visa? We're planning po kasi for my parents. My husband is British and siya po mag-sponsor. My parents are both 70 plus years old. Kailangan po bang nilang mag-biometric o mag-interview sa UK Embassy, Manila? Kahit po direct dito sa UK mag-a-apply. Thanks and God bless. Okay, Melanie, let me take you through the yung proseso nga, no? So, ang application, titingnan ng Home Office. All applications are now submitted, are actually dealt with by the Home Office. Hindi na po yung embassy, no? So, it will go to the Home Office. Applications are actually made online. All applications, including visit visa applications. Now, hopefully, you're ready with a pen and paper. So, otherwise, I'll email me and I'll email you the link. So the link is the www.gov.uk/standard-visitor/apply-standard-visitor. So ang haba nga, no? So if you didn't get that, I don't blame you. Email me, I'll send you the link. So yun ang una. So that you put that in, and it will bring up the yung link. That is the starting point of the application, and they will ask some questions nga. Now, and so you say, you apply, it's English, so you can make the application for them. You can complete the application nga for them. But of course, ang lalagay mong details, pangalan ng parents mo. And although they are coming together, no, they're separate applications, okay? Because it's visit visa applications. Now, you have to pay a fee, which you pay online also. And it is for 6 months, which is the standard one. It's £100, give or take, no? Because you pay actually in dollars, no? Biometric, yung question mo doon, definitely, kailangan nila magbigay ng biometric. So, mangyayari, you make the application online, tapos, you also book the biometric online. Yeah, you pay the fee, of course, in order for all of this to happen. Tapos, ang mangyayari, once you book the biometric online, they bring along their passport. No, pupunta sila dun sa it's not actually the embassy anymore. It's the VFS. No, having booked it, and pipicturean sila, and they have to give the biometric, which, as you probably know, is fingerprints also. So even though it's for visit visa, they still need to do their biometric. As far as interviews go, it's unlikely they won't interview them also at the embassy, the UK embassy in Manila, no, the British embassy. They don't really do that anymore. No, there are exceptions, of course, but very rarely. In fact, I don't think I've had a client interviewed for at the embassy for at least 10 years, no? Kung kailangan, may tanong sila, gusto nilang interviewin, then it's done over the phone, tatawagan sila, no? So make sure nga may contact details then. So that is it's also unlikely, given now 70 plus na nga sila, nandito ka, and they want to simply visit you. It's probably unlikely, frankly, that they're going to interview them. But they don't need to go to the embassy. It would really surprise me if they're asked to actually attend the embassy. Normally, either no interview, or if they have any questions, they will simply telephone them. So, hint, no, tip ko, Melanie, make sure meron kayong magbigay kayo ng statement, yung affidavit ba, no? Sabihin niyo doon, ano bang plano? Okay? So 70 plus na nga sila kung if you're doing that by way of a treat or para sa Christmas, no? Although we're now, of course, we're now September. So make sure nga that if it's for Christmas, so you want them here for Christmas nga, and saan sila titira, of course kasama niyo siguro, no? That yung bahay nyo nga, that sapat nga para sa kanila, sapat nga din ng pera, and they would want to see na babalik nga sila, no? Na meron silang babalikan sa atin. Now, if they're retired, you should also say they're retired, meron nga silang pension. But whilst they're in the United Kingdom, kayong lahat ang sasalo, okay? So don't forget, kailangan nyo sabihin nyo na, because it could be that the Home Office actually do not call you, no? So they will make simply a decision, magdi-decision sila dun sa mga dokumentong papasok nyo. So make sure that you preempt questions. So babalik ba sila? Ang babalikan nila? May pension ba sila? May pera sila sa atin? May bahay sila sa atin? Nandun mga apo nila? O meron ka mga kapatid nga sa atin, no? Pagka nandito sila, saan sila titira? No? Kayong lahat ng sasalo. Meron ba kayong mga plano nga, no? So say all that nga. in your statement, in your affidavit, no? And don't forget, yung affidavit nyo, kailangan yung pirmahan, kailangan may pecha, okay? And it's also important, nandun yung copy ng passport nyo, okay? Alam ko, sabi mo, yung asawa mong mag-sponsor, and you should really be joint sponsors actually, no? Hindi nga lang siya. So if you're preparing a letter, it can also be a joint statement, yung pareho. Or it could be separate ones. So, but you should also prepare a statement nga dahil magulang mo eh, no? So, good luck. Keep us informed, no? So, I don't know if there's, I think there's maybe another question. Okay, galing po to kay Jean Refama Elliot. Question po, Attorney Lira. My friend is waiting for her face-to-face hearing scheduled on the, 13 September 13. September 13 is past, no? But unfortunately, she said her solicitor said the hearing was, was adjourned because of unavailable judge, but there's no alternative date given. Any idea how long po to get another schedule? Thank you very much po. Oh, Jean, I tell you, I'm so glad, no, you've asked this question because it's actually happening a bit frequently at the moment. So what's sometimes what happens is cases are what's called floaters, no? So they don't actually have an allocated judge for them for the hearing. So kung sino mang available, so sino mang unang matapos doon pupunta, no? The problem with floaters is sometimes it's not so much unavailable judge, but unavailable time, you know? So if this was yung kaibigan mo nga, well, clearly ito nga nangyari sa kanila, next time, no, actually yung solicitor niya should really write to the court for to chase, for example, for the alternative date. But also, pagkasumulat sila, they should also really say that the last time around it was adjourned, no? And so they would ask that they're not this time again a floating nga, no? That there's actually an allocated judge. It means that there's less likelihood nga no, that's adjourned again. That it must be so stressful sa kanya because it's terrible already waiting for hearing date. Tapos kung ready ka na, no, nandiyan, so you've geared yourself up, you're ready with your statement, alam mo sasabihin mo, and everyone's counting on it being finished on that day. Tapos it's an adjourn. It's so frustrating and expensive, no? Dahil especially kung meron kang barrister doon, meron kang solicitor, they will still charge you because of course they had to spend the time to go there and indeed prepare, no? Now, as far as idea how long to get another one, that's a bit more difficult at the moment. At the moment, alam ko busy nga sila. As an idea though, I had a client who unfortunately was a floater, tapos got the hearing adjourned, and we got an alternative hearing date within siguro 8 weeks. So it wasn't too bad. So we were quite lucky, I think, there. But it could be as little as that. It could be far longer. So it could be 6 months. But hopefully not. Hopefully no more than 3 months nga. Now, Jean, kung yung kaibigan mo nga din, if there are dates to avoid, kung siya o kaya mga witnesses niya, meron silang holiday book. So I appreciate Christmas time is coming, no? Kailangan din nilang sabihin nga sa korte if there are dates to avoid, no? If the barrister nga or solicitor who dealt with it last time is supposed to deal with it this time around, kailangan din nilang sabihin dates to avoid. Importante nga yun. Ang ayaw nyo mangyari, bigyan nga kayong pecha, tapos you can't do it because your main witness or your witnesses are on holiday. So yeah, it's difficult to say, but you look. I had one that was listed within 8 weeks, but it could be that 3 months is probably a fair idea. But don't forget, letter to the tribunal. Sabihin nyo, okay, they were floaters last time. Please, can I not be listed this time around as floaters? And dates to avoid. Importante nga yun, so that hopefully it proceeds. But keep us informed, Jean. I feel for your friend. That must be so frustrating and expensive. Okay, so question po to galing kay Bernadette. Bernadette S. Hi, Bernadette. So, sabi po niya, hello, Attorney Lira. I was born in the Philippines, but I was brought to the UK when I was a child. So, I gained my British nationality through naturalization. My issue is, may land property po ako sa tita ko, nakapangalan, which is located in the Philippines. As per my lola and lolo's wish, ipapasa daw po ito sa akin. I want to know what I need from my end. Do I need dual citizenship to get the property? Hope you can give me some advice. Okay. Actually, Bernadette, the good thing is because you emailed this in advance, I actually looked into it in quite a bit of detail, no? Because it has obviously land law in relation not to the Philippines, and this is what I came up with for my research nga. So this is actually on the website, the Philippine Embassy website. So I'll read it to you, no? Sabi dito. So former natural born Filipinos, and you are, no, can own property in the Philippines subject to limitations prescribed by the Philippine Republic Act 8179, no? So ang limit, residential property up to 1,000 square meters of urban land or 1 hectare of rural land. So kung bukid nga, then you're looking at a hectare, no? But you can still own it if you're natural born, and you are. Or if it's urban, so nasa Manila, Quezon City, ganon, then you're looking at 1,000 square meters. Ang laki-laki, no? 1,000 square meters and also 1 hectare of rural land. So, kung di nga ganong malaki yung lupa doon, then it's probably okay. You can own it. But to be frank, dahil nga you were born in the Philippines and you became naturalized here, no? So, okay, British ka na nga. But you can easily get dual nationality, no? And it may be better nga na dual nationality ka. For firstly, then you don't have the limit, no? So kung malaking-malaki yung mamamana mo, then you don't at least have the limit. And also it means that certain documents nga you're not regarded as foreign, no? So kung ako ikaw, if you're thinking anyway of becoming dual, do it. I mean, there's no double taxation na nga ngayon. But if you don't want to be dual nga, for whatever reason, then you don't also have to, as long as yung nga limit, ha? So, Bernadette, so make a note of this. 1,000 square meters of urban land, so in the city, for example, no? Or 1 hectare of rural land, so kung bukid nga, no? If it's within those measurements, then you don't even need to. But good luck. Hopefully it goes through without a problem. And keep us informed. Alam ko bagal ng anything to do with real estate nga sa atin. I'm aware it takes a long while to get sorted. So kung ako ikaw, get it done as soon as you possibly can. So yeah. Now look, it's been so we have a few more questions. So Nathaniel Priel, hi po, Attorney Lira. Requirement po po bang mag-English for a dependent po for ILR? Thank you. Yes, if the dependent is over the age of 18 and under the age of 65, no? So kung asawa mo, anak mo but over the age of 18 nga, definitely dependent needs English test. And hindi nga lang yung English test, ha? There are 2 tests, Nathaniel. So there's the English test, which is the B1, which is not this. It's the same test nga for if you're making an application under the skilled worker route. So it's not an easy test, but it's called the B1 test. And the life in the UK, yun ang mas mahirap. So you can go online for mock tests, no? But yung kailangan niya. Don't forget, B1 on its own is no good. You need both, a B1 and life in the UK test. Okay. So I don't know if there are any more questions nga, no? If not, ewan ko, meron pang bumabati sa atin. Pao, if so, hello to all, no? Oh gosh, it's time. It's gosh, it's now nearly 9 o'clock. Sorry, I was enjoying myself so much. I lost track of time. Now, yeah. So, look, again, hello to everyone. I'm sorry nga, wala si Sonny nga ngayon. And we wish him well. May sakit siya, no? I'm sure he'll be better for next week because he's now a very fit man, having lost so much weight nga. And I'm sure he'll be fine, and he'll be able to join us nga for next week. But today, wala nga si Sonny. So you have me, and of course you have Direct Pao and Paula's birthday today. Happy birthday again, Paula. No, we wish you many more years. No, I've had a brilliant time. No, as I say, yung sabi ko nga, the time flies by. It's astonishing. Oh, Imelda Hernandez, happy birthday, Direct Paula. God bless. Nga, tama ka, no? God bless, Paula, no? It's just I wish I could sing, no? So like the Librojo clan, that they can sing, or Edgar, no? And I suspect Oliver can also sing, no? So unfortunately I can't sing, so anyway I wouldn't dare do that to Paula. So it just leaves me to wish her again, happy birthday. But anyway, it's been a pleasure as usual nga to be with you today. No, Dagdag Kaalaman Day. Happy Thursday to everyone. I so enjoy. Talaga, di ko lang sinasabi to. I really enjoy being with you, and I hope you enjoy it. Maybe as much, or maybe just a fraction of how much nga I enjoy it. So as usual, kung meron kayong questions o kaya I've not dealt with all the issues, email me. Oh, speaking of, Salve, can you just email me your email? Because I want to, unfortunately, I can't find it now, no? And I want to reply to you, no, Salve. 2 weeks ago, nag-email nga siya sa akin. So, ang email ko po ito, kabatbat@douglas-simon.com. Telephone number po namin, 0203-375-0555. Now, ang pinag-usapan nga natin ngayon, that's marrying in the United Kingdom, of course, the immigration aspect. I have maybe some useful information, like, list of the registrars, for example, no? Kung kailangan nyo, gusto nyo padala ko sa inyo, just email me. Email ko po ito, kabatbat@douglas-simon.com. And of course, any questions, no, big or small, happy to deal with it nga. Email us, and if I'm not able to deal with it now, or need between now and Thursday, we'll try and deal with it on Thursday. Oh, no, not Thursday. Well, hopefully not. So Sonny's able to join us. But anyway, so it just leaves me to say salamat po for joining Paula, whose birthday it is today. We should really let her go so she can celebrate nga, no? But thank you again for joining us. It's always a pleasure. I hope you have a great week, no? And I will see you next Thursday. Bye.